YouTube world, boxing fight fans all across YouTube world. What it is, man, salute, 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 salute. Boxing After Dark, Nocturnal Thoughts. What's happening? Um, you know, salute to everybody, to all my old subscribers, to my new subscribers, man. They slowly coming in. They slowly coming in. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'd rather have that slow progress. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's more legitimate. But anyways, all my new subscribers, man, I appreciate y'all. Anybody that's been rocking with me from day one, you know what I'm saying? And you know who y'all are. You know who you is. You know how I feel about it. Man, I salute you. You know what I'm saying? Keep on building. Keep showing love. Keep showing support. Keep positive. Keep positive, man. I'm really trying to make sure that I put positive energy even into this boxing game. But anyways, I don't want to stretch this video out too long. It's probably only going to be half of the subject that I want to touch on. But the title of it is going to be The Four Kings. The Four Kings, the Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. But first, before I get to that, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, double back on what I was talking about in my last video with, you know what I'm saying, Deontay Wilder's situation and Tyson Fury in the glove gate. And what do I have here? What do I have here? This right here is an egg weight, you know, and if you see right there, 1.5. At 1.5 pounds, and it has the little finger slip. Put your finger in there so you get your grip, and then you can throw your jab out there, throw your punches, throw your hooks, throw your jab out there, and it stays in your hand. 1.5. Now I'm sure they make them smaller, but if you can feel this, if you can hear that, how much weight is in this? I'm sure they make some smaller. This is a 1.5, so maybe it's a one pound, or maybe there's a 0.5, or maybe there's some that's even smaller. But this right here is just solid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to still, it don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It still just don't make sense to me. If I take, oh man, let me sit up. I hate slumping. I hate slumping. Now, I'm 5'9", 200 pounds. I got the same size type hands as an Errol Spence, or the same size type hands of a Sean Porter or Adrian Broner. I see Adrian Broner got some mittens on him, but I got 5'9" size hands. When I look at, you know, these 6'7" Deontay Wilders and 6'9" Tyson Fury, in their hands is like, you know what I'm saying, double mine. Even Sean Porter says he has a hard time sometimes getting his fist into a glove. So I look at Tyson Fury's hand size going into a glove and no padding, and then you put something like this on top of that, inside of a glove, on top of your knuckles. It just don't make sense. And I know one of the guys he was sparring with said he flipped over, you know, he showed him pushing the glove and there was no padding in there. And she said, I don't know if this video of this, I think it's no video of this, but I think he said he flipped over a glove and the egg weight fell out. Might not have been an egg weight like this, that is 1.5, but nevertheless, always the more, I guess the egg weight fell out of there, okay? But I'm still saying, if you got a special made Paffin glove to fit over your fist, and there's a lack of padding, and you have an egg weight, I'm not saying this is impossible. I just say, to me, it's just not making total sense. You have an egg weight in there. You have an egg weight in there, special made glove, no padding, egg weight in there, right? The egg weight's like this, or smaller. If he's punching and you have a picture that is so high definition that it shows there's no padding and it shows all four knuckles, it shows all fingers, it shows all this definition in the glove because the glove doesn't have padding, which I'm willing to say that looks suspect, it looks fishy, but you have no padding in the glove. You have all four fingers showing in the glove in the picture. Where's the egg weight at in the picture? I don't understand why there's no damage. I just don't see, I don't see something like this. You know, if somebody caught me in the head, this is a 1.5 pound. If somebody caught me in the head with this, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. If this just caught me in the head, bing, I'm in trouble. Anybody is in trouble if they get caught in the head with this. But anyways, I just wanted to touch on that. Try to keep this video within 15 minutes, so let me try to talk fast, man. So pay attention. Here we go. The four horsemen, the four kings. You know what I'm saying? The four horsemen in the apocalypse, biblical. You're talking about, right off the top of the dome, you're talking about death. You're talking about war. You're talking about famine. You're talking about conquest. The four kings. You know what I'm saying? Heavy is the head. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Who's wearing the crown? Teofimo Lopez says there can only be one, and he's the king, reigning supreme with the belts, unified belts that he took off of Lomachenko. Right? Okay. So I was watching some interesting videos today, and I watched some Teddy Atlas. I didn't finish. I was watching the Teddy Atlas and his analysis of, you know what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia beating Luke Campbell and the idea of Ryan Garcia fighting GARCIA Tank Davis. And I have to say, man, within one pinky, Teddy Atlas has more knowledge of boxing in his one pinky than I possess in my entire body. But at the same time, no matter how old you get, no matter how wise you are, no matter how much of an expert you are, you still learn every day. And you can be a wise man, an elder, not an old head. You can be an elder and still learn from a 2-year-old, still learn from a teenager. You know what I'm saying? The older we get, the more experience we get, the more wiser we get, the more grades we get. We still have to tap into the youth. You still have to tap into the youth in order for your brain to always be learning. If you ever get to a point where you feel like you learned everything you need to learn and you obtain all the knowledge you need to obtain, because like I said, the human brain is infinite. Computers are finite. They can memory overload. They only have so much they can contain. That's why you got the cloud. The mind, limitless. As you get older and wiser, a 2-year-old can come and can show you from a perspective on a situation that you have been discussing and debating and living and talking about for years. It can be your whole life work can be put into something, and you can still learn from a 2-year-old because they have a different perspective, a different lens, a brand new understanding of something new. Everything is renewing and changing. So if you ever watched the movie Interview with the Vampire, or if you ever read the book of Interview with the Vampire about Lestat, or let's just say Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, the whole thing was these guys had they were immortal. They had eternal life, but they was living on Earth where they still had to find a companion of a youthful time generation to tap into and to journey with, because of the fact that they lived life over and over and over. They still had to tap into the youth. Okay, the four horsemen. Whose war? war, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia is war. He showed that warrior heart, that warrior spirit when he got knocked down by Luke Campbell and got back up and dropped Luke Campbell with that body shot. He's on a war path. Who's Conquest? Conquest, in my mind, Teofimo Lopez to take over. He's on a venture. He's on a expedition to conquer. And he conquered Lomachenko, and he's basically inherited the Lomachenko paradigm. Pound for pound champion, you know what I'm saying? The best boxer since Muhammad Ali, Willie Pernell Whitaker, Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Money Mayweather, Jose Napoles, you know what I'm saying? All that talk about Lomachenko was defeated and diminished by Teofimo Lopez. Now, who's Famine? Famine, Devin Haney, the dream. He's starving. He's starving for the same star power as Ryan Garcia. He's starving for the same accolades as Teofimo Lopez. He's starving for the same pay-per-view status as Gervonta Tank Davis. Who's Death? Death is definitely Gervonta Tank Davis. The way he hit Leo Santa Cruz, cold-blooded, that could have been death. That was scary. That was very scary. They all got some power. They all got some pop. They all got some good knockouts on their highlight reel. Devin Haney knocked out Moran, went viral. Ryan Garcia knocked out Fonseca, you know what I'm saying? Knocked out Luke Campbell, you know what I mean? Lopez knocked out Richard Comey. But when Gervonta Tank Davis knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, that was the closest thing to death. The Four Horsemen. So Teddy Atlas, man, he was talking about, he put out a lot of, I'll put it like this. All respect to Teddy Atlas. You know what I'm saying? I plug in a Teddy Atlas because that's a source of infinite knowledge and wisdom. But sometimes I just disagree with Teddy Atlas. You know what I'm saying? He said he made sure he tried to stay balanced and unbiased as possible. He said a lot of great things about Gervonta Tank Davis. And he said some great things about Ryan Garcia, but I just feel like they kind of was on the hype train on Ryan Garcia, and Teddy Atlas was almost talking like Ryan Garcia had already won the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis, like that fight is in the bag for him. And he also went where no man should go anymore, where I will never go anymore, is he already compared that fight to George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. And in that case, you got to, not George Foreman, but Joe Frazier. You got to put Gervonta Tank Davis as Joe Frazier in that comparison, which I don't do that. And you got to say Ryan Garcia, in his scenario, Ryan Garcia was Muhammad Ali. And I'm going to tell you like this. I will never compare anybody anymore. And definitely I will never compare Ryan Garcia to Muhammad Ali. Not now. Not ever. Period. Right? And, you know, I feel like Ryan Garcia, off that Mike Tyson hot boxing conversation with Gervonta Tank Davis on the phone, which just reminded me of DMX and Belly when he was instigating between the two young bulls, Lil Wise and Lakia. And you know how that went down, how that ended. That was Mike Tyson when he was instigating that fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. But anyways, I digress. The first thing that Ryan Garcia went to was the same thing I see most people going to. And it's like really just stating the obvious that Gervonta Tank Davis is shorter. He's 5'5" with a short reach. And when I see that, and when I hear that, I say, whenever you think you can just judge a book by the cover and you can see everybody, and you can see the obvious weakness, then it's not a weakness. It's you underestimating your opponent because you think you see everything and there's more than meets the eye. And it's what you don't see that's going to get you defeated. If you're already talking about he needs a stair climber and a ladder to land that same punch that Luke Campbell and Teddy Atlas was like, that's a big if. That's a big if. It's a big if. I'm like, no. It's not a big if. It is an if he lands that. It is definitely a if Gervonta Tank Davis lands that shot, but it's not a big if. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a Grand Canyon between Gervonta Tank Davis landing that shot against Ryan Garcia. We all seen the holes in Ryan Garcia. We've seen some very glaring flaws in his defense. And if you ask me, the overall better athlete is Gervonta Tank Davis. Between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, I like Kid Ryan. I like Kid Flash, the King Ryan. I like him. I like Gervonta Tank Davis. I can kind of be unbiased in this situation to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm not without flaw. I'm human. I'm just calling it how I see it straight down the line. I think Gervonta Tank Davis is a better athlete. I think that Ryan Garcia, from the waist up, is great. But from the waist down, he's underdeveloped. And that reminds me of me and my best friend did a natural bodybuilding show one time. And I got first place, he got fourth place. And we was backstage sizing up the competition. And there's this one guy that's walking around that really wasn't offering much. And they put him in third place. And after the show, we went and talked to the judges, and we asked the judges, yo, why did you give this guy third place? And you gave my best friend fourth place. And my best friend from the top up was just ripped. And his six-pack was like soda cans. But he had a leg injury. He didn't do squats and heavy squats, and his legs didn't develop correctly. They wasn't balanced. And the judges said, you beat him from the top up. But from the bottom down, you was mismatched, underdeveloped. And even though he didn't have much development on top or much development on the bottom, he still looked more balanced than you on stage. That's what I look at when I see Ryan Garcia. Fast hands, slow feet. I guarantee you, if you was to have a race between when you seen Gervonta Tank Davis training for Leo Santa Cruz, they was out in the parking lot and they was just doing some races, some sprints down the parking lot. I guarantee you, if you race Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis will blow Ryan Garcia away, like by miles. To me, Ryan Garcia is still uncoordinated from the waist down. You know, he looks a little sloppy and underdeveloped from the waist down. With Gervonta Tank Davis, yeah, you see a short tank. I put it like this. You see a short semi-truck when you see Gervonta Tank Davis. You see the headlights. You see the windshield. You see the windshield wiper. You see the diesel tanks on the side. You see the depth tanks on the side. You see the muffler. You see a semi-truck. And you can see that semi-truck coming at you. And you think you know what you're looking at. You think you see, all I got to do on this head-on collision with this semi-truck, I know exactly what to do with this semi-truck, with this tank. But when there's more than meets the eye, and that semi-truck transforms into Optimus Prime, Optimus Prime, the one, and you're not prepared for that, I think you in trouble. I get to The Takeover, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, The Dream. Another video on my next video. The Four Horsemen, War, Famine, Conquest, Death, Nocturnal Thoughts. Salute, 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 and blessings to everybody. It's almost Friday. Can you dig it? You know what I'm saying? Go work out today. I'm finna take a nap. I'm finna wake up and I'm gonna go to the gym and make a video. Everybody wake up, eat something healthy. Clean in the inside, green in the inside, clean in the inside. Eat something healthy. Eat some healthy oatmeal, some walnuts, some cinnamon, some fruit, some honey. Do that. Maybe a little egg white or something like that. And then for lunch, I want you to have a salad, some chicken, some vegetables, and a protein shake, man. And holler back at me. It's Nocturnal Thoughts. Salute. Peace.